Hola amigos, Jess Johannick again with the Pottery Farm. Gonna do another fun video for you guys. Thanks for joining us. This is my little new greeting. Trying to come up with a nice greeting and exit from the videos, something kind of standard and fun. Thinking of this little guy, or maybe the hat nod. Can you tell that's a hat nod? So looking for some feedback from you guys. Back down to business. Today we are going to tool a bowl, and then I am going to do some decoration on it. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So here's the bowl I'm going to work with. I am going to get you guys all set up over here by the wheel. Then you can just listen to me fumble around while I grab the bowl and get back over here. I'm hoping we're not going to have near the camera challenges that we did last time. I think you guys should be able to stay pretty nice and steady. Alright, so I'm going to tool this first before I do the decorating. Getting my sponge decently wet here. I'm going to put a little coat of water on my wheel head. Just once around the rim, not getting it sopping wet, but putting a little coat on. Oh, you all be more careful than me. Now I'm going to tap this on to center, which can seem kind of daunting to some people, but all you're really doing is using pressure from the side, just like when you're centering, to get it back on center. Just a real light pressure. I still go up here and feel at the foot edge to make sure it's nice and centered. That feels pretty centered, so put a little bit of weight downwards. Really suction it on that wheel so you don't have to worry about it flying off later. Then get to business. This will be good for some of my classes. They're working on tooling. So first thing I do is decide what's the width of my foot going to be. Then I can take away this big chunk without having to worry I'm going in too far, because I've already marked where it is. Even from the very beginning, I'm trying to make this a nice curve. If I straighten it out at any point, I sometimes can have trouble getting the curve back. See what I mean? I'm moving this tool in a nice curve. I'm just rotating it, and it's making a curve the whole time. Every time I take some away, and I'm taking a decent amount away. I'm using the tip of this little guy. There are lots and lots of different tools you can use for tooling. This one's a little bit bigger. This one's shaped a little bit differently. I don't know if you guys can see that with the triangle on the end. And I try using some different tools as well, but I like this guy because this little scoop right here won't create those. Do you ever get that kind of chattering on the clay? If I'm just taking away this little bit at a time, it really helps cut down on that chattering for me. I'm getting closer to the right shape here. I use this little guy to go in and really define where my foot's going to be before I finalize the curve of the bowl. Then I know the point that I have to get this curve exactly to. See guys, it's not a real fast movement that I'm making. It's a nice, slow, steady motion. Okay, now that's for the most part right. I'm going to go back and now use this flat edge to smooth this out, so I'm not in too much danger of getting that chattering. And if I get a little bit, I don't care. It's handmade. It might not be perfect in every way. Okay, so I kind of lean to the side to see the profile. I want to make sure it's the right round shape that I want. Now I'm going to address this middle part. Start in the middle, moving out to the right of center, stopping so I leave a little bit for my foot. Maybe go back just one more time. so it's nice and defined. Now I'm going to use the flat edge. See how if I'm doing all this with my elbows way out, I don't know if you guys can see that, with my elbows way out, I don't have any stability. I pull my elbows into my rib cage. It has nothing to do with strength or balance or anything. It has to do with stabilizing the tools that you're using. I use 2 hands when I'm using this to keep it steady. Even when I use the little guy, one finger somewhere bridges over to the other hand. I'm just using this small edge to define the joint here. Now round that foot out. After I'm done shaping, I go back with my rib. This is really going to smooth that foot out really nicely. And I go back here too. I'm going to do a little bit of fluting on this. But regardless, I do this to just about all my bowls where I tool. See how it kind of smooths it out? Okay, so if I were just going to tool, this would be done, ready for my initials or my stamp. I'm going to use some slip to decorate this though and do some fluting. When I flute, I like to create a starting point and ending point on my bowls. It's not necessary, you don't have to. You don't have to do this with slip or with fluting. I just kind of like the crispness of it. So I'm leaning over to the side, trying to find a nice spot. Use this big guy. Right now what I'm looking for is what's going to look best. If I only flute from here to here, it's not very much. So I'm looking, well, what will look nice? I think if I start fluting about there. So I make that little line, use this flat edge to smooth out that kind of ridge I've created. So I'm going to start there and go to, I think this looks like a good spot. Same thing, smooth that out. There we go. Use just my fingertips to smooth out those marks of where I'm going to start. Go back one more time with my rib. I'm kind of rushing a little bit. I'm nervous my camera's going to slow down. Slow down! I'm nervous my camera's going to turn off. Sometimes it randomly stops recording, and I keep talking to it. Okay, now what I have here, guys, you probably can't see this down here. A giant bucket of white slip. This is just one of the clay bodies we use in here, mixed with water to this kind of glaze-like